Hello everyone, today I'm going to be working with some paste and I'm going to try and do some texture paste that involves sand and other products. I was going to show you something a little bit different. I was thinking we'd try to do a sandy textured grit paste that has metallic elements to it. So let's give that a go. Okay, so we need our sand. And just for those that didn't listen at the beginning, this is sand out of my paddock, literally washed several times and sieved several times. All right, here is our sand. Now, in my other texture paste video, I showed you how I used iridescent medium to create metallic paste. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. Right, I got it. It was a bit stuck. Oh, so beautiful. It's like mousse. All right, so we're going to put some of this metallic medium, which is very pearlized, very shiny pearlized. It's not metallic medium, it is iridescent medium. Pop some of that in there. Now, last time I made a gold, I believe, with some, with actually this was the most successful gold, was using the food dye. However, I'm going for not a gold today. I'm going to try and create a more steely color. So I've got my medium. I'm going to spray a bit of water in here just for the mixing part. And I'm going to put some of this sepia ink in because I think when I used it before, I did get a really nice sort of steely metallic color, and I think it would work well with this. This is a Art Spectrum sepia, pigmented artist ink. Here we go, the mixing part, the fun part. You never know what you're going to get, but I think it's going to come out beautifully. Already I can see that sort of metallic grey happening. Oh, look at it. Gorgeous. So lovely. Ah, glorious. Oh dear, she's singing. That's not a good sign. That means I'm super excited. If I start to sing, you know it. Something exciting's happening. Oh, look at this. We've got this beautiful silver. Oh my gosh. It is so pretty. So pretty. So now we have literally made, it might be a new invention. I haven't actually seen it for sale. Just going to turn this around. We'll put some over this side. We've made some metallic grit texture paste. Oh my gosh, if you do steampunk or anything, you're gonna love this. Look at that steely grey, beautiful. Let's try it with a stencil. Which one shall we use? How about our bats? We haven't used our bats yet. Let's try the bats. Just need a piece of cardstock. There we go. Just do this little one and see what it's like. Oh, we've got a lot here though. All right. Might go that side. Oh, yeah. And I think I'm going to tape it so it doesn't move. And just straighten it up. Put that through there. and move that up a bit so it's in line with that. And I'll do. Okay. Whoa, this is just beautiful. Oh my gosh, so pretty. So, so pretty. It's gorgeous. And look at the depth there. Can you see that? Fantastic. I've got to do another one because I love it so much. Right, we're going to try and use the black cardstock with this. So it's quite fine. It's got some really fine dots on there, but I think it will work okay. I'll just move that out the way. Got stuff everywhere today in my little space here. Alright, we'll go that way. Now, I'm thinking if I start down in this corner, I might be able to work up that way, perhaps. Will that work? Oh, actually, no. I think I've got to go the other way. I think I've got to start at the top and work down. And once again, I'm going to put a bit of tape. I've got a feeling it's going to move. And we are trying to force, basically, little sandy texture paste through little tiny holes in this case. So maybe a little bit trickier than before. Not sure how it's going to go. This is definitely a finer stencil than what we've used previously. But look at this gorgeous, gorgeous goodness here. I'm just scraping it over. Oh, it's even noisier on this. Must be because of the fine holes in the stencil. Really making a gritty noise. Okay, exciting. Wow, geez, that's a great stencil. How fun is that going to be to use? Look at that, gorgeous. Well, that was fun. All right, I've got to clean up this stuff and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we've got this bit of white acrylic paint, PVA and sand texture paste that we've made here. Very gritty paste. And I just wanted to show you something else that you can do with it. So I'm going to change the colour from white for a start. And I'm just going to add a bit of this burnt umber acrylic paint. This is just a cheapo chroma crawl one that my grandson likes to use. I just give him a few cheapy things rather than my artist quality paints. So I just want to get a little bit of a brown happening. It's going to be a grey brown because we're using the white paint. If you wanted your, in fact I might do some actually, let's do that. If you wanted texture paint or grit paste or sand texture paste, whatever you care to call it, in this actual color, you would just use the straight paint. So we would put some sand. And some paint. And I'm just finishing mixing that one. There, we've got a nice sort of, oh, what would you call that? Putty? Puce brown, perhaps? A very grey brown, mushroomy, isn't it, almost? Right, for this one, we just need a wee bit of PVA glue again. Oh, lordy, it gets stuck. There we go. Whew. Put a bit of that on there. Now the PVA, of course, is white as well, so it will slightly affect the colour here. Oh, look at this lovely chocolatey colour we're getting. Beautiful. Mix it in. Wow, it's like rich chocolate. Look at that. Fabulous. Oh, what are we going to do with that? Anyway, back to this one. Got sidetracked. But yes, if you want to make some coloured, you can just use any colour that you like. Acrylic paint, PVA, sand, and you've done it. If you feel that it's a bit too thin, my recommendation is that you just put 1 or 2 drops of the viscosity thickener if you want it even thicker, or you add more sand. Either or will work. All right, so what I was going to show you, and I'll get our sample sheet here that we've got. Let's move that up there for a moment. So this is another version of these, just a different color here. So this one, that one was with ink and dye added. That one's the straight white acrylic paint, and this one is with colored acrylic paint added to add color. So we've just got a lighter gray happening. But what I wanted to show you was something else that you can do with texture paste, and that is make it really textured. Let me move that so we can get under the camera a bit more. Yeah, so what you can do is you can use rocks. Don't freak out. If you're doing mixed media project that's 3D, you know, quite often you want some nice little rocks and that. And one of the really good things to use is this lovely stuff here, which is sometimes called fish grit. So it's what they use in the bottom of fish tanks. You can get it in natural colors, you can get it dyed. You can, if you can see in there, see that it's all different sizes. So if you wanted really fine, the really finer lumps and bumps, you could sieve it out. If you get different size sieves with the mesh, you know, get the finer ones, you can sieve it out, which lots of mixed media artists do, and certainly those that create scenery for train sets and Warhammer games and things do. They'll sieve it out, and they'll have different sizes, different sizes and grades of rocks that they can use on their scenery. But you can also use it on your mixed media pages if you want to get really adventurous and you're not too worried about the weight involved, because of course it's going to add weight. as do texture paste, will add some weight to your page. But there's occasions when you're doing a page that you're going to put in a frame to hang on the wall, and so aspects of how thick it is and how much weight's in it don't really matter that much, because it's going to be on the wall in a frame. So this is perfect for that. So you can either just add into and press them into what you're making, and they will literally stick in there once it's dry. Probably better to do it a bit thicker, because I've thinned it out quite a bit there, and add it into like that and wait for it to dry. Press bits down, or you can add it into your actual mix. So if you want more lump and bump in your texture paste, pop some smaller gritty rocks or fish grit into your actual paste, and then when you're applying your paste, you're going to have a lot more lump and bump and texture happening. The good thing is when you do this and it dries, because it will dry like a solid plaster surface. Now you've got to remember, acrylic paint is a polymer, it's a plastic, so it's going to dry right hard, and you are going to get all that thick texture if that is what you want. So just a little tip there. There may be some of you that are more adventurous that would be interested in something that's more textural, something that perhaps has rocks and stones and things in it. Great for if you're doing layouts of boys with mud and having fun playing in mud, or building things in the sand. Or you might have a layout you're doing where you've got heavy machinery moving sand, dirt and rocks, or something in for a garden layout perhaps. So when this dries, you can paint over the top if you want to change the color. You can dry brush to highlight the texture. There's some different options for you. Probably not what you expected. Probably thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than it is. I'll just show you one more thing. Here's my jar of rocks. Yes, they are gravel rocks. So if you are working on anything like this, where you want even larger rocks, pea gravel works perfectly. Stick your rock in there. You can glue them on later, or you can just make your texture paste really thick, so the pieces will stick in there if you're doing more 3D sort of projects where you want some sort of rocky garden surface to be happening in your design. Simple, 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 quick, easy, and reasonably cheap. You buy a few products and it will literally last you for years, and cost you a lot less than buying brand named ones. I'll just put some of our chocolate on here as well, just so we have a sample of that. Oh my gosh, the color is glorious. That is really pretty. I think I have to use it now. Now that I've made this up, what can I put it on? Let's move this. I'll find something and we'll do one last one before we finish the video. I know, I'll get the world map. So here's our world map from before, which is partially dry. But I'll just use this brown up and I'll put something up here. What shall I put? What shall we do? Did I use everything I said I was going to? Do you know what? We're going to use that speckly. Let me move my fish grid out the way. I'm going to use this because I was thinking, I think this is actually a map just done in dots, or supposed to represent a map. I'm not sure. Is that Italy there? Don't know, but I'm going to try. I'm going to use this. I just have to be careful because this is not quite dry. So I think we might go that way above it. And I'll turn that around. Here we go. What have we got? Let's see. Woohoo. Okay, it's going to be interesting whatever we do with it at some later point. Does look pretty cool. Alright, that's it guys. I'm going to say my farewells. Hope you're having a fun day. Hope you're creating soon. At the end I will label these and I'll put a shot up of what we used in each of these, just so you can remind yourselves of how to do it, and if you want to have a go yourself, you'll be able to. Super easy. Keep creating everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.